Hello, we are back for the post-race interviews. Um, post-race interviews to be done now. First off, we have Winston, Kefrovi, Owen, Regan, and Shadow. Who do you want first?
Um, what about Owen?
Let's drag Owen in first.
Yeah.
Move to commentary.
Chance to beat Regan.
And hello, Owen. You're in the interview pool.
Good.
Hello. So we're with Owen, and I will hand over.
But he's literally telling us to go into general VC for an interview. He's not even fucking here. Fantastic.
Okay. I don't think he can, so we're going to move him back to general
Yeah.
VC.
Take one failed.
And let's try Winston this time. Picked up a podium.
Yeah.
Unexpected podium.
Cup coaster.
Yep. Hello, Winston.
Hello.
Okay. Take two works.
They all don't want to show.
Wait, what?
We dragged Owen in, and I don't think he realised what was going on.
Oh, okay. Just abducted him.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I will hand
Wait, can
over.
they still hear me in the general chat?
No, they can't.
No? Okay, great.
So I will
All good,
hand over
yeah.
for the questions.
Nice.
So yeah, first of all, congrats with that podium. A great drive, to say the least. But as a whole, you had a very good fight at the start with, I believe it's Kyle Catterson, Chenky, and Rob in the McLaren. What were your thoughts going through your head as that developed in the opening 7 or so laps?
I wasn't a part of that. That was Gabrielle.
Oh, was it?
No, I was P5 for most, because first sector. Was it first sector? It was into the chicane at the end of the first DRS zone.
Yeah.
During that braking zone, I damaged my front wing. So I started dropping back for the first stint.
This is where I turn around and say I should have worn my glasses. So yeah, took us through your start instead.
Okay, so I thought the start was pretty good. I got a decent start. I was starting P5, which I wasn't happy about. So on my best quali lap, I lost 4/10 in the first sector. So I knew I could have gone faster, but didn't have time for another lap.
Yeah.
But I got a good start. I wanted to go for an overtake, but I didn't want to have a T1 incident. So I just kind of eased off, let everyone go ahead of me. I was like, okay, we'll build it up. We'll follow through to lap 2 or 3, start DRS trade and just see how it goes. But then after the first DRS zone, damaged the front wing, fell backwards. And I was just, at that point, I kind of already had made up my mind up to go for a one stop.
Yeah.
So when I had the damaged front wing, I tested out for a few laps to see was it bad, and it wasn't. So I said, okay, I'm just going to start managing the tires, see how far they can get me, and then hopefully the guys in front of me go for a two stop, and I can get them through strategy rather than racing.
Yeah. So you did bring up that one stop. What stage of it exactly was where you went, okay, I'm doing that one stop now? Was it lap 1, lap 2, or was it right before you pitted?
The plan before the race was to go for a one stop.
Okay.
I knew that I could do it. When I got the front wing damage, then I kind of got a bit hesitant because I was like, I don't know if I can keep the car at a decent pace while going for a one stop. But after a couple of laps, I was like, okay, it's not too bad. They have DRS and they're only pulling out by like 2 or 3 tenths a lap.
Yeah.
So I thought to myself, no, it's fine. I'll go for the one stop, see what happens. The plan was lap 12, and it was getting a bit dicey on lap 11, but I kept it going, made it to lap 12. And when I saw the front two, who was it, Senkai and I don't know the lad who won the race. Yeah. When I saw they were pitting the same lap or around that, I was like, okay, so they're definitely going for a one stop as well. I know I was never going to catch them, but when I'd already seen Gabrielle and Rob come in, I knew in my head that it was on, the podium was on, and yeah, I just had to keep my head down and keep the laps consistent, and not make any mistakes. And it
Yeah.
nearly backfired when my teammate came into the pits and came out and started fighting me.
Oh yeah.
And, and I got a time penalty trying to get past him again. But thankfully, nearly everyone else who I was in contention with had a time penalty as well, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah. So you literally touched up on what I was going to ask about. I'm going to be asking the
Sorry, I'm
Mercedes.
jumping through your questions.
I'm going to be asking the Mercedes TP same thing, but it's very healthy points in the opener. I think it was 23 points in the bag between the two of you, with
Mhm.
your P3 and P6 respectively. Do you think next weekend you can try and take it a step up and maybe push for both cars in that podium?
Hopefully. I mean, Austria is one of my better tracks. I got a podium there. I think this is like an 8-race podium streak for me now. So
More than me.
it's
I can't even do 4 corners.
but yeah, Austria's a good track for me. So hopefully we can, depending on who's there. I know Senkai's really fast around Austria as well. But I'm not sure if I'm able to make it next week. Hopefully I am, because I do love Austria as a track. And Owen's pretty good around there as well. So hopefully we can get a double podium. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Cool. Well, congrats on that P3 again.
Thank you very much.
Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you. I'll move you back to general. And on the topic of Mercedes, let's bring the Mercedes TP in. Let's bring Owen.
If he pays attention.
And let's have take 2 of Owen. Hello, Owen. Can you hear us?
Owen.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Sorry.
There we go.
Yeah.
So,
How are we getting on?
good. I will hand over for the questions.
Yeah, so we were just talking to your teammate a moment ago, and they said
Mhm.
they came out of the pits, and you did, and you ended up scrapping for a few laps. What were your thoughts on that inter-team warfare in the season opener?
I mean, well, it happened basically at the start of the race. Had a good qualifying. It was a pretty terrible lap for my final run, but I'll take a P4 in qualifying. Then I saw Gabriel do a 123.5, and I thought,
Yeah.
okay, that's me fighting for a podium with him. And then it gets to lap about 5 or 4, I don't know what lap, and he broke way earlier than I expected going into the corner just before the first DRS straight, and that cost me to get wing damage. So I was like, okay, I'll pit at the end of that lap, go on a set of hard tires, and just take us for as I wanted. Then pitted lap. I don't remember what lap I pitted. I think I pitted lap 17 maybe, and then just took the hard tires to the end. And honestly, my fight was with Regan pretty much the whole race, because me and him were literally pretty much matching each other's pace by every lap.
So yeah, I'll go back to my actual question.
Oh, sorry about that.
What's your thoughts going through your head when you're fighting your teammate?
Well, when I was fighting my teammate, first I thought, okay, I'm on older tires than him. He's gonna blast past me and just go ahead of me.
Yeah.
But I pretty much had a good fight with him up until he got past me. And then he was like, okay, I'm out of here. See you later. And then from then onwards, I just dropped back.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to try and keep this as brief as possible because we do
Yeah.
have others waiting. But
Yeah, it's fine.
one question I did ask your teammate at race is the points haul from Mercedes. It was 23 points as a whole, podium from your teammate, P6 for you. Do you think you'll be able to take it a step up next week in Austria and maybe go for a double podium if you both show, or even an increase on that points tally in the season opener?
I mean, Austria is one of my favorite tracks, like Abu Dhabi. So yeah, the goal was pretty much to get a better result than P6, but I probably finished P7 because Gabriel's probably going to get P5 because he crashed and just left the session. So yeah, I'm just hoping for a better result than P7, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. And
Yeah,
I'm
thank you
pretty
very
sure you'll be
much.
chuffed with that outcome.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. So move to general. So we have Kivprovi, Shadow, and Regan left there. On the topic of Owen fighting Regan, should we bring Regan in next?
Well, Shadow also had that late fight
Ooh.
between him and Regan. It really went down to the final lap between them. So any of them, that'll be
Let's bring Shadow in next.
going middle of them.
Yep. Hello, Shadow.
Shadow,
So
He is. I can hear.
he's quite quiet.
is it better now or
Better.
good?
Did I?
Sorry.
On you and Jadis.
Sorry. What's up? I can hear Shadow, and it is working through the stream. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever we're
Cool.
ready.
Yep. So you were actually meant to be getting an introduction from Jedi, but
Sorry.
he's chosen not to, so we'll go straight to the questions. P7, it's not a good result, but also not a bad result. It's still healthy points for the Williams team regarding you were the only driver there. Throughout the whole course of the race, you opted for that 2 stops. What were your thoughts with that strategy going throughout?
Well, basically on the start, I was starting P10 after a horrible qualifying. I wanted the 2-stop because I thought I could maybe try and undercut or overcut some people in front if I can like close up to them, like I did on Regan and I think Owen.
Yeah.
So that's why I chose the 2-stop. And I didn't want to take the 3-stop because I thought that the extra pit stop would maybe set me back some seconds, that some time that I could really use. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, following up from that P7, you of course had that fight with Owen and Regan in the final lap or two. Did you think you were going to be able to overtake, or was it more give it a shot?
It was both actually. On the fewer laps where I was closing the gap to them, I thought of maybe just trying to overtake Regan and not Owen because Owen seemed very fast, what he also is. And then it was when I overtook Regan on the I think lap 26 or so. Owen was I think trying to let me pass so he can get the DRS on the like last few laps. So it was like I give a shot at Owen, but yeah, Regan was I was 100%. I thought I could 100% overtake him.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to keep this brief because there are 2 others waiting to have their interviews. So hopefully next weekend, if you do race, are you looking at a high outcome or what's your plans?
I don't set my hopes that high because the Williams is not that kind of a good car in the corners. But maybe P5 or P6.
Okay, cool. Well, hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thanks. You too.
Yeah.
Thank
I'll try.
Then goodbye.
So let's bring Regan, who's the other driver involved in them incidents, in now. Move to commentary. Hello, Regan.
Hello, guys. Hello.
Hello. So, we are through again now, the Ferrari driver, and I will hand over for the interview.
So yeah, a fairly good event for the Irish drivers on grid P3 and P5. But do you think it could be more on your behalf, starting P7 and then having that fight at the end? Did it hinder progress or?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I first lap, coming around after the first DRS on, I actually ran into the back of Winston. Don't know what the fuck he was driving, but I ran to the back of him and broke my front wing. I think it was orange or red damage. I can't remember. So I just said, look, I'm gonna have to try pit and just see what I can do. Hope for a safety car. I knew it was pointless to go from mediums to mediums. So I went mediums to hards, and then I knew Owen had a 3-second time penalty, so I wasn't really trying to overtake him. I was just trying to stay within DRS range, and then Shadow came out of absolutely nowhere. But luckily enough, I just stayed in play. But yeah, I mean, it's frustrating. The tires fell off really quick, but obviously I knew the longer I stayed on them, the easier it would be towards the end of the race. So yeah, a poor result. A poor result. My goal is to definitely get a few, maybe not win, but a few podiums this season. But it's not up to the best result.
You say it's not best of results, but if you look at it in the sense of constructors, you're in fact leading by 1 point over Red Bull.
Oh yeah,
this race.
That's not bad at all.
Of course, Chenky coming second and you fifth. That's 28 to their 27. So do you think next weekend out in Austria, you can try and hold that status quo that you've already set as the baseline? Or do you think it'll be a difficult fight to the end?
I would like to think so, yes. I would like to think so. But me personally, I am absolutely dreadful at Austria. I absolutely despise it because I'm so bad at it. But I mean, Senkai, I obviously had him last season. He's unbelievable. So look, I'll try my best. I don't have high expectations tomorrow or next weekend. Sorry, but yeah, I don't know. Even then, Abu Dhabi, I struggled so much in Abu Dhabi, and then I was going to try go for a one stop, and then obviously front wing was gone, so that went out the window.
Yeah. Well, final question on my behalf towards you.
Yes.
Is with that P5 in season opener, yes, a lot of questions about that 5th place finish. Do you think that's going to be your baseline to finish in the drivers, or are you going to try and push?
To be honest, I was pushing and I was struggling severely. Like I was talking to Owen and he told me he was on hard tires, I think 2 or 3 laps younger than mine. And he said his feel amazing, and I was like, that's a lie. No, they don't. Yeah, I would look, I definitely don't think I have what it takes to be top 3. Like I don't, at least not off raw pace, maybe, with a bit of luck and strategy possibly. But yeah, I think 5th is a good baseline, definitely to start off, and then hopefully improve from there. Do I think I can improve? I do. But do I think I can improve by much? Yeah, I mean, the guys are fast, so realistically not. But, I'll try my best and take it week by week and see what I can do from there.
Well, cool. Thank you very much for
You're
that
welcome.
insight. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, and see you next week in Austria.
See you.
And
He sounds like Hamilton.
Finally, we have Kevprovi to join us for the final interview.
Okay, jetzt gleich.
Hello, Kevprovi.
Oh, hi.
So, I will hand over now for the interview for the second Red Bull driver on the grid today.
First of all, thank you very much for making our lives easier, because it took us about 7 attempts to get the others' attentions. So, thank you on that. But in terms of the result, do you think that's what you're expecting entering it, or do you think there was a bit more than what you ended up providing?
I was expecting a bit more, but I had a few problems at the start, and yeah, wasn't optimal.
Yeah, so yeah, it will be quite a beating, that result. Take it from experience. I've been in title fights and I've had a shambolic result. I didn't come back for 2 or so races, but hopefully with Austria next week, it's a completely different track, usually nicer in terms of tyre wear and racing. Do you think you can take that step up immediately when it comes to Austria?
Like, I'm not that bad in Austria, but I don't want to set my hopes too high, so I don't get disappointed too much. But I will give my best, and yeah, we will see the results.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna chuck my final question at you. So, after this result, Red Bull sit 1 point shy of Ferrari in the championship, 28 points to 27. Do you think it'll be a season-long fight between you two, or do you think once you get back up to speed, Red Bull are just gonna wipe the floor?
Well, I like a good fight, especially between teams. It's a bit more complicated than just between some drivers. But yeah, it's also a bit like hard for like the mentally when you're constantly under pressure from other teams and you don't want to disappoint your team like I did this race. But yeah, it's a bit mixed, but I would like a good fight.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. Hopefully you can recover next week. But for now, hope you enjoy the rest of your evening or what's left of it. And yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
So that concludes the post-race interviews. Say a lot more people actually showed up for the interviews than I expected. I thought it'd only be sort of 10 minutes long, but just over 20 minutes long. So we did a good job of getting through them today. Obviously had a good race today, so hopefully we can have that next week in Austria. Thank you again for coming in to do the post-race interviews today. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. Sorry for the horrendous race. But yeah, it was a joy today. Sat there watching the whole race, trying to work out what can be asked. That was the joy of it all.
Yeah, and I mean, when you're commentating, you sort of focusing on the battles, and you don't quite get the same look at everywhere on the track. Obviously, you were sitting in the background spectating to do that, so you obviously would have had a bit more of an in-depth look at the track, and that's why I like to have someone there with me. And obviously, you weren't in commentary today, but to have you there in the background was a very big help. So thank you for that. So
Yeah,
next
no
week
worries.
will be Austria. Hopefully, we might get some WRC clips up during the week as well. But until next week in Austria, have a good evening, everyone, and goodbye.
Adios.